10 seconds. Yeah, guys and girls, welcome back to another quick video into my Unity works today. So yesterday, which would have been Friday, Friday the 23rd of July, which would have been my dad's birthday yesterday, I went back to that tunnel, started using a new app on my phone, Polycam. Now, I'm paying £6 something, I think, or £7, I think it was, a month for it, because they got the pro one, so you can upload OBJ files. Really, OBJ files should be free. They shouldn't be really in a subscription based sort of thing going on, but I don't know why they're charging that basically to upload. But anyway, besides the point. But anyway, so what I noticed a few days ago back, I used that Scanny Verse, I think it's called Scannyverse app on my iPad Pro, which is basically a Lidar app. So basically, it sends out like these little dots, lasers, beams out to like 5 meters of light, invisible light, starts beaming out to different directions. As long as the camera's in a certain area, you can walk around. But what I found actually is with Lidar, there's a few things actually wrong with this. One, it doesn't do foliage and grass properly. To some extent, like if the grass is flat and is not moving, it seems to work fine to some degree. Also, doesn't do glass very well as well. So basically, if you're doing a shop of some sort, anything with shininess in it, glass, anything with metal, seems to not work with Lidar. So I might have to actually start using photogrammetry and just take photos and then piece them together and see if that works. Besides the sort of the Lidar. But the Lidar itself is so accurate almost. It's like almost you're getting a representation of, or like a computer downsize. Yeah, it's actually thundering out there, by the way. Got a little bit of thunder. And it's pissing down as well. But Lidar to me, it is great. I just wish at some point, if they're going to make the iPhone 13 or the iPad 20, the iPad Pro 2022, can you hear it? What they should do for the iPad Pro 2022 and the iPhone 13 is to make LiDAR detect glass. Obviously, it's for depth, really. Actually, I think this is the main reason why Apple have put it in their phones, so they can get a better representation of the environment and how close it is for the camera. So when they're taking photos, it's like really sharp, and you've got that bokeh in the background. But anyway, so let's hope they can fix it so it fixes glass. I don't think LiDAR will ever fix glass and all the trees and foliage and all that, but it'd be quite nice if they could do that. Alright, so if I put my display on a second, so we're on the desktop. Right, so yeah, let me full screen that so you guys and girls can see what I'm doing. Stretch it out. Anyway, so I use a app which I'm using at the moment to upload and install this on here, and I'm using basically OatSpace to upload my worlds to, so people can come to that social interaction app and then they can actually have a feel to go around and have a look around and see what they can do with it. Now, there is someone gave me a few ideas today, but I'm not going to be putting it on here. I'm keeping my ideas to myself at the time, for the time being. But if it all goes well, at some point, yeah, I could be making an absolute cracker of a fortune on it at some point. But it's sort of like my ideas I'm putting into perspective. Now, a few days gone back, I had the zebra crossing thing there, the little walk crossing, and there was some patches right by here, and there's some text broken there. You can actually theoretically make out some of it. Yeah, you can make out some of it. It's not. I mean, Lidar. It doesn't really do sort of pictures properly in focus, or the letters. You can make out some stuff on it, but like Ebden and all that kind of stuff on there. But anyway, also, I actually did. Right, so if we start down here first, and I'll show you the right mess that Lidar does when it comes to glass and stuff. So, and it's done an amazing job to some degree in here. To some degree, it's done an amazing job, and I'm actually kind of impressed. Now, these are like little pillars here, right? These are like little pillars just here. Now, I've got a Sainsbury's just here, a little part of Sainsbury's, the main wall bit, and it goes on to the side here. And it's and then basically where not normally cycle, so you'll get the cycle lock up thing where you can lock up your thing just about here, but it's not there because I haven't scanned that bit in. All I've done is basically I've actually 3D scanned this entire environment all the way down to the bike tunnel where you can cycle through. Now normally where I cycle through sometimes with my camera and I put my camera on, you'll notice that there's this little thing that goes right round, it goes all the way down to the bottom and straight down there with my bicycle. Well, sometimes I'll cut through this little lane. There's a little lane at the back here, but you can't see it because I haven't put it in the back lane in here at all yet. Which is basically, there's a lane that goes down with some little boulders, so you can go past the boulders and it goes through to Whirl. So what I thought I'd do is test out my Lidar. Now they've got little shops there, and like I sort of scanned the area, and it scans some of the buildings. But what I've noticed, because this is a post office area, it's a postal area for post office. It's, I don't know, and there's like things, what's that, 10% off and all this kind of stuff. It seems to do it fairly well. To some extent, but when it comes to, say, these buildings here, with the glass, look at, there's no glass in it at all. It seems to take away the glass. Also, the floor, bits of the floor sometimes, I think if it's too shiny, the floor, or too much light, too much sunshine, it seems to chunk it all out. And what I've also noticed, even though I went right round yesterday, the entire lot, it seems to cut some of the wall off here as well. I have no idea why it's not that dead straight. And some of it's around here is actually missing as well. That you can see some of the geometry is missing, but it's still done a fantastic job. Now there's a store 21 here. They used to sell a lot of stuff in the store and all that, and it's closed now. I don't know if it's closed down permanently, but as you can see, the windows and stuff, the glass itself, it doesn't show up at all. So you doesn't even do half of the frame properly, but the actual main frame. But what I've done is I put this into a world of mine. A friend of mine came in earlier, and they said basically it looks really good, and they can't wait to see what are the ideas that I'm coming up with. And I think if you do it from basically certain areas with it, it's amazing. So if you've got the iPhone 12 or the 12 Pro, or was it the Pro Max, that's got Lidar on it. You can do exactly like what I'm doing here and bring it into Unity. And then I can add, so I can add basically, if I go to, let's go to the skies and textures, I can change the sky box, and actually some of the areas make it darker as well. So if I wanted to put this nice little, look at that. So we've got the so anyway, so it's, yeah, so it's coming up. What time is it? 6:20. Anyway, so basically I can put this here, this nice little skybox here, guys and girls, and it can make it look like we're actually looking at the planets in itself. Look at that. This skybox looks awesome. Now I can put this in, mixed in. What I have actually done, right, what I've done as well on my previous world, I've done this earlier, and like I've actually, in this tunnel, the tunnel seems to do fairly well. And let me just put the daytime thing on us, so let me just make it daytime so we can see inside the tunnel. Now Polycam seems to actually do it really well in here, but I've noticed as well it's done it backwards for some reason, because this bit here is supposed to be over here, and then it goes all the way up to the hill. Now over this direction we have like a school over there, so there's a school over there, but as you go up this way and you go down, there's another hill bit you go down, so another way you go into the area, and as you go down this bit you've got another tunnel over to the left side, so it goes through one tunnel, you can cycle through one tunnel and then go up to and then through to another tunnel. So basically you're doing 2 tunnel circuits, and then basically once you've gone through that tunnel to the left over here, it takes you to almost get into Whirl, so you can get to Whirl that way and take a shortcut, because this is all part of like the Weston and Whirl area, so because of Sainsbury's. But I'll tell you what though, it's done an amazing job in here entirely, and I'm actually very impressed, especially some of the people's artwork in here looks amazing as well, with the graffiti and all that. I don't know about the other tunnel because I haven't checked the other tunnel down here whether there's actually graffiti in it, because there's some people in it yesterday, so I'm just sort of like just doing with the one tunnel which was empty, but I might try and scan the other ones in probably in a couple of days or something, or a couple of weeks. But yeah, as you can see, the foliage itself, to some extent it does grass quite well, like flat grass, and also we've got that boulder there as well. There's like a little thing that goes up. Now over here, if you go forward this way, you've got McDonald's across the other side of the road over there, or just under the bridge is basically McDonald's. So if you go basically through this tunnel, yeah, you go through the tunnel and up to basically this not roundabout, but little walk path. So you got the zebra crossing there. If you, as you're going this way towards Sainsbury's, if you go straight down this way through where the cars go, you got Sainsbury's car park just up this area, so it goes all the way around. So I might add some more bits and bobs to the world, but as you can see, I cut it off halfway along here. So what I might do at some point is actually do a connection where I go all the way down from there to Sainsbury's area, and all the way through the tunnel, and then all the way up to the top and going around to where the park is, and see if I could do one whole circuit connected without taking any of it off, because I feel that Polycam itself has done such an amazing photogrammetry or 3D grammetry of the entire environment, of the geometry in it. It looks amazing. Now, a friend of mine recommends what I should do is cut some of this off along here, make sure it's nice and clean. And they said, why don't you just add some fake grass in there? So I could probably do like a fake grass along here, going all the way along. And that would be quite cool. And I could cut some of this off here and then just add some fake trees. Because once it's all there, it doesn't look very nice. Obviously, when you've got all this geometry just sticking out and boulders, and just maybe tidy it up and clean it. And that's actually supposed to be a tree there. But as you can see, it's not actually scaled in the tree. Or put the trunk area there because it's all covered in like plants and all that there. But I don't know, to some extent it's done an absolute cracker, this app. So yeah, I'll keep using it. I might try different like apps for different things. I want to do smaller objects like little statues. I don't know if little teeny tiny little statues will do with Lidar, but we'll have a go with it. And I'll post some more videos when I can, guys and girls. But definitely check it out. This video, if you do like it, do put a like on it. It does help the channel out, helps the channel grow. We're almost we're 150 subscribers to go till we hit 2,000 subscribers. So hopefully we get there before Christmas, or very soon. We might do it very soon at this rate. I've got an extra 50 subscribers within like the past month, with you guys and girls subscribing to the channel, which I thank you guys and girls if you have subscribed as well. I do appreciate it, and I'm very, very humbled as well to where I am at the moment. So anyway, guys and girls, cheers for watching. I'm going to be heading off to bed now because it's 6:26 in the morning, and I've been sort of working overtime doing all of this on my computer and out and about at Sainsbury's yesterday. So it's been a hectic few days, so I'm going to get some rest for a bit. But cheers for watching, guys and girls, and stay safe, and see you soon on the next episode into the series, which will hopefully, and let me just take off this display. But anyway, cheers for watching, stay safe all, and I'll see you on the next episode.